Hi everyone, I wanted to share the story of my connection with the cherry tree that lives in my garden. I consider her to be the matriarch of my garden, and when I first moved here in January 2020, one of the first things I did was to go and connect with this tree and say hello to it, just like I do with my new human neighbours. I consider the plants and the nature beings and the trees to be my neighbours too. And so I hollowed a blanket because it was January and very cold, and wrapped myself up in my winter coat and hat and went and laid on a blanket and under a blanket under the tree and just laid there for a while, looking at the sky and looking at the branches and just generally connecting. So I thought I'd introduce you to the tree today and show you a little bit of how I connect with trees. Before I go over there, I'm just going to take a few breaths so I can move into my body. And now I'm listening to all the sounds I can hear around me. I can also see the birds in the tree. I can hear the traffic in the distance and my dog playing to the left of me. I can hear the birds at the top of the cherry tree. Now I'll walk you over there and tell you a bit about what it's been like to observe this tree in the last 2 years. I've spent so much time watching all the different phases that she goes through, and I love every single one of them. When I first moved here, I was so excited to see that I had a cherry tree because the blossoms are just so beautiful, and I wasn't disappointed when the first blossom came and the first year that I was here. It was just magnificent. I'd never seen anything like it. I really enjoyed watching the process of her blossom coming to into full bloom, and I made cherry blossom tea, and then when the cherries came, I used a few from the lower branches to make a fermented cherry drink, which was really delicious. And the tree is so big that the birds have plenty of cherries. There was plenty to share, which was really lovely. And then I watched the leaves in the autumn, and and I was just amazed by all the different colours there were. Just so many different shades and different colours, and I collected the one of each colour, and I've still got them somewhere. It was really, really beautiful to watch. I felt so privileged to be in a garden with such a beautiful tree. And then this year it's been quite different, really. As the tree began to blossom this spring, there was a late frost, and we're quite exposed here. So just a few of the blossoms had started to come out, and they were killed by the frost, and none of the others came out. None of the other blossom came out after that. So there was no blossom on the tree this year. And that was really sad, because I was really excited to see it again. I was really sad. And then of course that meant no cherries either. So the birds didn't have the cherries from this tree this year, and I've wondered how they managed and how much they must have missed those cherries, because it was so abundant the year before. And funnily enough, you can see the leaves here with my cat Freddie. The leaves are different this year too. In the autumn, there's not as many colours or shades. And I wonder if the frost has had a really big impact on the tree this year. I imagine it has, and I wonder, I'm curious how she copes in that situation. So just standing now with my hand on her trunk and feeling into the aliveness I can feel in my body. And then as I do that, I can also feel the aliveness of the tree moving down my hand and into my heart space. I come out here most days and sit just here by her trunk and lean back against her and feel her aliveness through my back too. I also love this time of year, because I can see the new leaf buds and the old leaves side by side. They look really pretty right now. They look like little stars on the end of the branches. So when I first moved here, as I said, I laid on a blanket, and this is the view I would have seen, maybe without the leaves, a few leaves that are left. But I think it's really beautiful. I love the patterns. I'm due to move soon, and so I'm going to really miss connecting with this tree. It's my dog. I'm really, really grateful for everything I just feel really privileged that I've been able to witness so many comings and goings with the tree and changes, and although I'm going to really miss connecting with it, I know that wherever I go next, there'll be other places for me to connect to. Thanks for listening to my story. Bye.